Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Detroit Lions.
Here we go. Set. 8-3. It's going to be a long day on this. It's going to be a long day. Check. Protein spill. Hey, Mike's 50. Hey, Foxtrot. Here we go. Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he completes it to Hunt. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, 4 down.
Here's 2nd and 8. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And right away, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Le'Veon Bell. His 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. 2nd and 13. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Squeeze, double. Right 40, check, he's coming. Go. Left guard defense. Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run into big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
At the 42-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Rosen will throw. And Robinson with a big catch. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlling the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Rosen looking to throw. He'll get this one to Galladay. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. This is Bell. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Lions 7, Steelers 0.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. They'll try again with Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
To throw is Rosen, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hawkinson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. They'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
A gain of 29 yards. And the Steelers first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Watch out, watch out. Guys, stay. Hey, orbit. Let's go. Hey, Mike 40, Mike 40. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't the guy.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to find a man, Keenan Allen. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Second down 6. At the Lions' 9-yard line.
On the ready.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. On second down, a run with Breida. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
And it's third down.
Ready, ready.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down.
Mike 40, Mike 40. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Rosen in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Let's go, defense.
From the gun, it's Rosen. It's complete to Robinson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
2nd down at the 31-yard line.
Here's Rosen to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
60 outlaw.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Hey, Charlie.
At the 18-yard line.
2nd and 5. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
There. Hey, switch gears. Hey, Delta.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Stephon Tuitt came out at Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wonder, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
Bell. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me.
Rosen on 1st and 10. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. 1st down, here's White. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Check me out.
From the 44, Rosen. It's caught by Mike Evans. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
I got you, boy.
Again, it's Bell. It's 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st down, it's Bell, and he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. And they'll throw it with Rosen. Robinson's got it. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go. Hey, wahoo! Check. He's coming. You.
They'll look to throw here. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Breida. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Now back to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
First down.
This quarterback now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. They'll drop the throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 24-yard line.
Back now at Ford Field. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And Allen's got it. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Here we go, let's bring it. Smooth. Ready.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this is complete. It's Allen. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Keenan Allen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point put through by Boswell, and it makes the score 21-10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll go again with Bell, and he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Check back 21. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey. Middle.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Bell. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
And less than a yard.
Out there now, the lefty Tavecchio for the Falcon field goal. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Shift. 80 weapons.
And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Detroit, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year.